Yes, you are live.
Yes. So, good evening. And today we are in a special place because we are not at home, neither in the Lovell Center, and we just built an environment to make it pretty, quick
Quickly.
and nice. So we find this poster. And today talk is about the desire. And we know that's indeed we talk a lot about desire, but it's because it's such an important topic, such really essential.
And also through the weeks, how we discover the topics, we realize everything is starting with a desire. So when we listed down originally the topic we are interested in, we want to discuss them and share with you. One of them was a desire, but day by day, week by week, we realize it. Everything starts with a desire.
And it's the fuel of life, it's the fuel of the relationship. So it's a big gift you can give to yourself. And so, of course, if you give it to yourself, it will nourish the relation and it's a gift for your partner too. And
Indeed.
sometimes we may have desires which are really awesome and then we don't do it. You share about losing weight, for instance.
Yeah. It's a good example. It's you may have the desire you want to lose weight, and few days later you desire chocolate, and it's a clash. And maybe the chocolate is the winner, and the desire is stronger than losing the weight. So you are ending up with a clash of the desire. So if you're watching this Facebook Live replay, please use a hashtag replay. Add your comment. We encourage you whenever you have a thought, a question, it's just mention in the comment, please, because we want to hear you. We want to listen to you. Next week is all about you. You can share your topic with us. This is our desire to know your curious questions and curious topic. Please be honest and just send us really what you want, because we are really curious. And challenge us also, because we don't afraid of talk about maybe bit a bit of taboo or what regular people don't discuss openly. We are here to discuss it.
Yeah. And we can't emphasize enough to explain how the desire are so important in life. So really trust us. The desire is strong and weak at the same time, because at the beginning it could be a very tiny, small voice inside you saying, "Oh, I would love to do this and do this." And then you may have so many filters to not listen to that inner voice, which is guiding you to a very deep satisfaction. Because a delicious desire is really that when you accomplish it or you are into the desire, inside the desire, you feel you are deeply nourished, satisfied of what you are doing, and how you can accomplish it and just share and savor it afterwards. So it's a very deep, profound sensation. And sometimes that little voice, it's so easy to let it go or not listening to it. And some people sometimes say, "Oh, I have no desire, I don't know." Indeed, you may not be trained, but I remember one coach told me one day, if you get bored, it's probably because you forget to listen to what is the most important for you. And if life become boring, it's because really it's a manner to avoid what is intense, what is important, and what's meaningful for you. And it's like a joker. So, but it could be boring because you need to have that silence moment with you to go deeper and deeper and deeper in the silence. Such a and at a moment you will hear that little voice saying, "Okay, for me right now, I would love to do that." And it's really essential to know if the desire you feel is coming from you or from someone else, from your past, from pattern, from whatever outside you, or is it really coming from inside? And if it comes from inside, most of the time is pushing you outside your comfort zone, and it's really challenging and intense. And you say, oh no, it's more easy to avoid it because it will require too much for myself. So you recognize the desire when it's for yourself, because it's more easy to avoid it. When it's for someone else, the challenge, the stake, it's so much easy, and it's not really vibrating for you, and the motivation is pretty low, or it's just common sense, and it's not giving you a deep satisfaction of your accomplishment.
Could you give an example?
Yeah, for
For
instance,
both.
yeah, for both. For deep desire, for instance, creating the Lovell Center for me was a deep desire, but I know it's a lot of impact for my life, for relation, for the family, for everyone, and also for myself. It's completely new. And if I listen to what other people can say, oh, I can continue to have a job in another company as an engineer for that or that or that, and go an easy way for stuff that I already, I would say, I experienced a lot, but it's, for me, inside me, it was not the message of my little voice. It was just yeah, not really vibrating me. So that's a big desire which is meaningful.
Okay. So desire could be scary.
Usually it's scary. If it's the one that come from inside and very intimate one, usually it's scary.
It could be scary because it's new to you. You just realize a change inside you, and maybe you would like to discover something new. And because it's new, because you never ever experienced before, that's why it became scary. Or it's absolutely out of the traditional way, what you how you trained or how you conditioned by your community, your network, your family, your friends, and they may say, "You are so crazy. You want this." And when we talk about sexuality or intimacy, it's a wide range. Could come. Some people would like to discover I don't know, like some kinky stuff, or even sadomaso. It's at the beginning, when the desire comes, it could be scary. What is the tip? First of all, is journaling. It's always a really good solution for you. Of course, it's like if you're afraid to express these desires, it's the privacy is important. So you can journal on your phone. So if you're afraid someone will read your notes, or you want to keep it for yourself, create an environment, like a digital environment, or a way to keep, write down your thoughts, your desires, and maybe just create like a self conversation in a journaling with yourself. And also when the desire comes, name it. It helps you after that to express it, not just for yourself, for others too. So let's just use an example from intimacy based on your experience. What kind of desire challenging people are challenging people or couples?
Yeah, it could be challenging to reveal who you are really in your desire. It could be
Just one example.
feeling the fact that you may love, contact people, sexuality, and several persons explained me that indeed it's so difficult to express that even if you selected a partner in life, you still have a huge desire for other people, and even the desire is increasing, and both feel that it could damage the relation because okay, it's not acceptable to express that even if I with someone, I still have the desire to for someone that I can meet in the street or whatever, and say, or in a party or in an event, and say, okay, what if I can just talk with that person, not coming from the fear, but just coming from, okay, I'm fully myself. I will not divide it. I will feel unified and say, okay, I can be also that person. Even if I'm a partner and we trust each other, it's also possible to continue to enjoy the contact with many other people and just make this desire a manner to nourish the link with your main partner in life. And it's really, so from what I encourage you is to feel what is the most important desire for you. And for that, it's about the one sign is usually it's scary. You can say, oh no, it's not a problem, or it's a crazy desire, it's not important for me, so we will try to hide it. Then you understand it's a very important desire for you, because you feel it will deeply have a satisfaction for you if you go in that way. And also if you feel a lot of vitality, motivation, and it's fresh, it's something which is very fresh, which is maybe not new for you, but new in the experience and new for your whole life, and it will bring you to the next step. So if it's fresh, full of vitality, a bit of fierce, and it looks crazy, I think you are there. You are really at the root of your main intimate desire.
So let us know one example based on the sexuality, based on the intimacy, what could scare a person about a new desire.
Yeah, it could be, sometimes it could be like a threesome.
Okay, let's use the threesome, because my example was like, how do you execute? It's really, really good in theory to talk about it, but with an example, it's much easier to talk about it. So find a solution. Okay, let's say you are in a relationship where there is a monogamy, and you feel, I really want to try it. I really want to express it. I really want to say it, but it's crazy. It's first of all, if we talk about the threesome, is it two men or two women?
Whatever.
Yeah. So this is this kind of details. So whenever the desire comes up, the first thing is to for yourself is to recognize, define it, and create the details. Because it helps you to anchor down the desire, first of all. Second, it may not your desire. You just associate yourself. It's okay, from back to your like a younger age. It was like I don't know, in the class, in the school, that I don't know, alpha male just experienced the threesome and got a lot of attraction by other women, or the whole gang studies like, oh, you are so cool, oh my god, you are the real alpha because you could have it. But at the same time, you may not really desire that. It's just then like an onion, there are some other layers on that original desire. So the journaling can help you to feel like, to create clarity on the desire, not just from the perspective of for yourself, the details. It's where is it coming from? The root of the desire.
Yeah. And if you are waiting for a certain desire for a long time, when you are on the point to realize it, or when you just realize it, sometimes it's, oh, it was just that, or oh, it was way more better than I imagined. So it could be sometimes some extreme of so great and much more awesome that I could ever imagine, or sometimes, oh, it was just that, and I was expecting an amazing moment, and it was not so intense. And that happened when you resist a lot to your desire. Sometimes you are disappointed about it, but if you really can imagine the details of the desire and take time to make it happen, to select all the parameters of the experience, then it becomes really awesome, because you build it yourself, you design it with your own criteria, and you make a moment which is very unique and very special, because you are the master of it, and you just create it from the beginning with all the specific details, because you can be challenged and your full desire is going in one direction, but don't run behind the desire. Just be spontaneous and create the tiny details that will make the difference for you.
Yeah. So when the journaling is ongoing, it's bringing the desire into the reality with the details, and then maybe a point is coming when you say, "Okay, I feel ready." But let's say you are in a relationship. Yeah. What do you suggest? Because it's really hard to come up with a desire just like that.
Yeah.
And like coming home and say, "Oh, honey, how was your day? Oh, it was really good. I would like to have a threesome." So it's not really like in the real life it's happening. It could happen, but it may shock your partner, especially if you are in a monogam relationship where this topic never ever was expressed or discussed or revealed, but it's inside you. So what do you suggest?
You can ask for a moment saying, okay, I may surprise you. I will share a very intimate desire, and I want you to feel safe and great and adequate. It's not it's just very intense for me to share it with you. Do you want to listen to my desire? And you will hear if the person say yes or no, but respect it. You can, if the person say yes, you can go further. If the person is saying no, just wait for another moment. Another advice is, as if you express your desire very regularly in any domain, not just in sexuality, but in the daily activities, it's become very easy to create the moment to talk about desire. That could be about any topics, even the way you want to wake up, or the way you love to spend an evening, or just for the next weekend, or the next touch, or explain something.
Let's
do it
keep
very
that.
softly and very simple. And then when you have a very strong desire, you have a lot of experience behind you, and you can really play with it, because it's also about the consent. You can express what you want and listen to what your partner desire also. Is there any resonance with it? You might be surprised, or you can combine two desires together, or do one and then the other, and have a balance in the relation, so that you come regularly with a desire, and also show the example for your partner to come also with specific and very intimate desires.
Okay, so if you are struggling to express your desires, you can create an exercise for yourself on a daily basis to practice it. Some words or some details of the desire does not come easy to if it's not in your vocabulary, if it's not in your day by day basis, or let's say it's not in the relationship. So I believe if you are the person who is receiving a desire and it may shock you, my suggestion and my tip to you is welcome it. Even it's shocking you at that moment, to say that, "Oh, thank you for sharing." Because that sentence can help you to move on, first of all, because of the first shock. But secondly, it gives the space or the platform for your partner as well, in spite of the difficulties, in spite of the expressive, he or she deserves the acknowledgement, this "thank you for sharing," because it takes courage, it takes maybe a lot of days of thinking, like, how can I express it? And what you said about the simplicity is, again, it's our tip. Also, it's really important to simplify it, to simplify the moment when you are expressing it. Of course, you can express it in a longer way and in details and many other things. But up until you getting to the point when you and your partner at the same place, you are creating together the space for the opportunity for the sharing. up until that moment, create it, like make it simple. It's express it on the way. It's like, I really would like to share with you my desires, and I'm looking for the right moment for that. Can you help
And
me to what is the
yeah.
best time for that? And don't worry, it's not about something wrong. It's not about changing. It's just I realized I have a new desire.
And you can create also a desire moment in the day. So daily you can say, okay, from at that moment we have a desire moment. You can announce it and say, okay, let's do it. And you will see it's become more and more intimate, and also a very nourishing, intimate moment together. We can also, if you struggle about it, you can contact us, because we can guide you with some advice during 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's very quick. Usually it's pretty easy, because when you struggle with something or someone, don't stop on it. Okay. It's like desire. If you want to have it, you say, oh, can I have it? What's the manner, and what are all the possibilities to create it? And the most challenging is about the communication. So if you struggle, you can contact us on that, and we
Yes,
will
and
give you
also
some creativity, some basic advice, help you to think about your specific situation, and say, okay, did you think about that or that or that? And then you can progress by your own intelligence.
and also some desire could create the fear of something it's wrong with me, because maybe it's a very wide range. Like the sexuality and the intimacy has a very wide range of, even with the body you can do a very wide range of stuff with a mix of pain and pleasure. And if you've seen something and you it resonates with you, but at the same time it's shocking you because let's say some kinky stuff, or could be fearful and interesting or exciting at the same time. So it may possible at the beginning it's the interest is not, it's not coming because you really want to experience it, but for that you need time to digest it. You need time maybe to speak with someone who is out of your network, let's say call it as a stranger. So in that case as well, we encourage you to contact us, because we are here specifically for these scenarios as well.
Yeah, and so when you want to create a desire, and make the experience, you need to look at resources, knowledge, or contact people, and so on. And you will start to see more clarity about it, and see really what is possible, and make the distinction between distinguish what is a big dreams and what are the reality, and how you can add your specific details to make it awesome and very delicious. And while you are acting on the desire and putting, Catherine says strategy, but you putting your action, then I recommend you to be very flexible, because every single step, even the first contact or the first, I would say, information you will receive about it will maybe a bit different than what you expect. Maybe open the door to much more options, and then just stay flexible. And every single big desires that you go through, you don't know the path at the beginning. You can navigate, hesitate, experience something, then make a break, resume later, come back several months later, whatever. But be flexible with your own desire and the way you discover it. It's very important, because you may think about something, and then the reality will guide you one way, then another, and so on and so on. But the more you express it and you go in that direction, the more it's become joyful. And then the experience and the path become the most important experience, is the way you are doing it. And indeed, when it's happening, it will be a celebration, because it's so much joy, and not effort, but investment of yourself, because you trust You trust yourself, you listen to yourself, you listen to the world, and you make it happen for you. And then it will give you a very deep satisfaction. But stay flexible. If you stuck, it could be a problem for you, for your partner, and also for the possibility to get the experience.
For me, the big change was the orgasmic meditation, because one of the benefit I had or I have is to express, because the orgasmic meditation teaches us to, like, the women can guide the men in terms of three things: is the speed of the stroke, or the intention of the stroke, or the location of the stroke. So in orgasmic meditation there are rules, but it's all about to expressing yourself. For women, it's elemental or essential, and we have more struggle with it to really express what we really want, because let's be honest, we overthink so many things. Let's say we receive a rejection as well in home. I had this benefit to learn, if I ask and the answer is no, it only means right here, right now, I don't desire the home. It's not about you. It's not about how do you look like. It's not about who you are. It's all about, I don't desire the orgasmic meditation right here, right now. And as well, with your desire, I highlight the fact, when you ask your partner, it's possible your partner cannot say it. It's like, okay, I'm saying no for the opportunity right here, right now, but it doesn't mean I have no interest, unless both of you are really conscious in terms of the communication. So therefore, you have your own journey. Even if you are in a relationship, you have your own journey about sexuality, about your evolution of discovery. So keep going, journal it, and recognize your steps. Recognize also, this is my tip as well, recognize your growth. Because when you start the journey, maybe the desired moment is so far, and you may have to take certain steps. Like, let's say you would like to lose 30 kg. It's not so easy. It's not happening one day to another one. And when you start a diet, when you start a new ritual or new routines, or you may say, okay, from now on, I don't eat chocolate anymore. I decide, okay, I cut right here, right now, because maybe I have an addiction. To recognize yourself, your growth helps you to look back and say, oh, wow, how far I came. Even I just lost 5 kg. I already changed, like I'm drinking water on a day-by-day basis, and measure it. So measurement details can help you to anchor into the reality, to your growth and to your path. Sometimes I feel I'm repeating myself during these lives, but it's so important for your growth on your journey. So when you receive a rejection from your partner, ask questions.
And if you have questions right now, you can send by text some messages. We can answer in real time with the application. And if it's a replay also, you can also post a message about it.
Yeah. So back to the example is the threesome. You are asking your partner, and you come up with a topic. You can come up just simply as like, it came to me the desire, I may want to experience the threesome. What do you think about it? Maybe your partner is the first impression, the shock. But as I said before, please help your partner to say, thank you for sharing. It's really unexpected. And just let me think about it.
Mm.
And you can give back okay, so it seems to be you have thoughts about it. It seems to be you have longer thinking about it. Can you start, please? You're sharing even more details. So encourage your partner, even if you find yourself it's shocking, encourage your partner to share more.
I encourage you also. A tip is also say yes and okay. Yes, okay, let's do it. And what if, or what about this, or what about the timing? When do you imagine it? Are you imagine to include me? Do you want to include me? Yes, and what if you meet someone which is like this? What Yes, and every time say yes and cover all the topics that seems relevant for you, and nourish that enthusiasm. Everything start because you think it's possible. If you think it's not possible, you lose the vitality, the enthusiasm, and the connection. So say yes and every single time for yourself, especially first with your inner voice. When it's very intimate from inside, say yes and what I want to add to that. And if it's a partner, you say also yes. And did you have that desire for a long time? Did you already experience it? Do you know someone that already tried it? What kind of sensation do you want to experience? Or maybe in the threesome there is a special, I would say, a dynamic that you want to feel, or is it because you want to attention? Is it more about the physical sensation or the ambience in your head about what it means for you? Or is it with a specific people that you already pre-selected? And do you know already who can be in that role? So it's so much more when you say yes and nourish that enthusiasm, because it will help you to also go in much details about your own desires and contribute the wellness of your partner.
And if you find yourself in a complete rejection, then your partner absolutely not open for the movement, not open for the share, not open for the growth, not open for anything. It's don't how can I say, don't close this file with saying that okay, it's not working. Give time to your partner as well. And when it's happening and you may experience, maybe your partner slap you, saying that you are crazy, you are stupid. It's not about, it's something has completely changed inside you. I cannot recognize you because you are completely changed. So you may create a catalysis inside your partner as well. So what do you suggest what to do in that case? Of course, it's like keeping the desire it's one tip, and continue the journaling. And when you have complete rejection, I don't recommend to like creating, okay, it's like, can I have it without you? Can I have a threesome without you? It's not maybe the best moment to even ask it, because it's already a rejection. How can we
be already proud and thank yourself about doing it? Because even if you have a rejection or you trigger, you catalyze the fears in the for your partners, just say, okay, I already did it, I'm proud of me, I'm honest with myself. And then let the times open. Maybe you need time sometimes to go in such intense desires, and let everyone express. Just be quiet and accept. And sometimes some people, can really be so much trigger, because it's linked to a fear that is not your own fears. So you can be curious about what it means for the others. What are the kind of challenge they will face if we can talk about it? Because it's just at the beginning, it's just in the mind. It just, nothing has been done. It just no experience at all. But just saying some words already triggers something. It's just about imagination or past memories or fears, and say, okay, let's create the space to receive it, to express it, and maybe we can release it, because talking with intelligence about fears or whatever will help you to heal, to relax, to let it go, to put clarity and create a better connection. So you are not responsible of the fears that it generated, and nothing yet has been done. Then indeed, change is really creating a lot of fear for many people. But what do you want? To follow the dreams of others and just not listening to yourself and create the desire of others about what you have to do in life, or be the not the victim, but follow the rhythm of life and go behind it and try to follow, and it's not your true self which is involved, or just say, okay, whatever I do, I will have to face changes, because life is always about changes. So do I want sometimes to create my own changes and my own experience and just own it? That's really important, and accept that you are not obliged to receive or to follow or to be subject to the life, but be the actor of your life.
Okay, maybe it's an alarm for us to just summarize what we were talking about.
Time is running fast when we talk about desires.
And
also,
do you have some? Let's express. Do you have some strange or rare desire by yourself or expressed by your client? Just to hear right now to say out loud, it's normal to have even a very strange desire. So what I've heard, or because by myself I've done kind of some research, or I had curiosity or open-minded. So how many ways people are involved, how many things people are involving in the intimacy. So even play, like some people play with urine or other things.
No, I'm more active in the slow sex and those kind of approach and wellness. So indeed, some recent example is, okay, people that want to go with into the slow sex, but the partner is not really yet open. He feels some insecurity or whatever. And anyway, one of the partner will. You are all in a growth process. So you can be the first, or you can follow, or you can listen, but one of you can ignite the change or the movement and accept it. So sometimes it's just very simple one, and some people wait several years also to accomplish something. So they come with something, the partner is not ready, and one day or another it will come. So the soonest you start to talk about your desire, one and another, and you are not you do not depend on one desire, but you have so many that indeed, if you receive a no, it's not a problem, because you put some seeds. You learn better who you are and what really matter for you. And one day or another, the partner may come back, or you come back to a certain topics you already talk, and maybe 3 years later you say, "Oh, I still have that desire," and you, yes, now I feel ready, and it's a joyful moment because both say yes. And we can go with the flow. That's very spontaneous, but accept to share your desire very regularly, because the time is running so fast that usually after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, sometimes it becomes so easy. There is no effort. It's really effortless and spontaneous for both if you are still together.
Yes, so the journaling can help, first of all, because if you date the days when you write down your thoughts, you will remember the days, and you can measure as well, like how often do you think about it, or how often this desire is coming back to you. Therefore, it's something more than just a thought.
Yeah.
And
for instance, also one advice is about when you have big desire, it's like having a kid. Do you feel ready or not to have a kid? The first one, yes, no. What are the criteria to say, okay, I feel ready for all the implication and the responsibility of it? And you start the project even if you don't know yet what will be the university courses, or you don't know yet how you will fulfill this and this needs of your kids, and everything is not prepared in advance. You just feel ready to flow with life and adjust and create and discover and have the enthusiasm to go step by step and open new doors and grow together. So it's basically the same with big desires. Don't wait to have everything in hand to talk about it, to imagine it, or go into it and say, okay, even talking is a step. Expressing it, sometimes it's just enough. And 6 months later, it's become easy, or the opportunities arrive, or you meet someone that have some knowledge, experience, or the possibility for you to live it. So just go express it, and it becomes very, very delicious when you feel that deep satisfaction for you. And then it's the past that is joyful, because you remember where you came from, the present moment, which is in resonance with your past desire, and the life is answering you because everything is starting to flourish in your life.
So there is no too small or too big desire. It's use the simplicity to express it. Create a moment when you have a platform, when your partner is in the state to listen to you or share as well, or maybe you can be involved together in the journaling, expressing. So maybe it's an exercise for both of you. It's not just for you, and your partner may say, "Oh wow, it's a really, really good example." Sometimes the tiny bit of small details can poke you, and you just hold it inside you because you're afraid of the rejection. That's the moment. That's the way how you can create change in a relationship. And also remember how often you are practicing that, you become better and better and better. And maybe at the beginning, the whole conversation is you feel awkward, or it didn't went well. It doesn't mean the next one will be the same. Probably the next one will be even better and better and better. And expect the positive change. Expect the positive journey, and expect your desire will be fulfilled. Either way or other way.
And ask help, advice, or whatever, so that you are not alone in that process. And many people are going more and more to their true desires, and not follow the one from others, but their own one. So it's done for today. It was a big pleasure to talk to you.
It was our big desire to talk to you and create this series. And based on our desire, it's just the beginning. We are continuing, of course, to bring more interesting topic. Next week is your week. So please send us a message what you would like to talk about it, or what do you want us to talk about it. Even if you want us to bring somebody as a guest and you have a curiosity about their journey, how did they do that, or how they accomplish something, or reach out us, challenge us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for coming today.
Have a nice evening. Bye.
See you next time.